Alright, shalom, 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 shalom. Brother Chariot coming back at you. First and foremost, I want to give a big thanks, all thanks, honor, praise, and glory to the Father, Ha'abba, Abanawa, Yahweh Ba'asham, Yahweh Shah, for giving me the Rakakadash to come back and do this video. Now, I just woke up, so I'm kind of slow right now, but I just had I don't know if you want to call it a revelation, but I'll just say I had a dream or whatever. And basically, I seen a couple UFOs, a few UFOs, so-called UFOs. Because that's what the dream, so I'll just basically explain the dream. So, I don't know where I was, but it's like I was amongst other Israelites. You know, it's like we was coming out of the world. We was on a bus. So I don't know if we was on a chariot coming out of Babylon, so-called America, and all places we scattered to. But it's like we was on a bus and it had a driver and everything. But it wasn't like a regular bus. Like when I'm going back in my memory, it's like it was a bus, and I know we was all traveling on it. It was a way of transportation. It was a automobile of transportation, I could really say. But it wasn't, I can't necessarily say it was a big yellow school bus, it was a city bus, or it was even a truck or a car. You know, it was like, one minute it seemed like that, then the next minute it seemed like we was in the air or something like that. And it didn't seem like a plane either, or a jet, never been on a jet, or a helicopter, never been on a helicopter. But it seemed like this, how it looked, the scenery, obviously, we done been on buses and stuff like that, so you know a bus when you see one. So, long story short, the scenery looked crazy. It's like we was on, it's like we was sitting on ice or something like that. It was like weird, you know what I'm saying? Like crystals, like everything seemed crystallized at certain points of the dream. And these was like, and then it was interesting because the Israelites, the jigs that I was around, that was like, you know, still dressed in like, you know, Babylonian, you know, custom, you know. Now I will say the dream did make sense because some of the women, they had dresses on still, but it wasn't like any like Israelite garment. So it seemed like we was coming out of, it's like we was being transported. We was on our normal transportation, but when I actually think about the dream, it was like we was almost coming out of Babylon. So I'm at the back window, right? You know, on the school bus, it's that big back window in the middle. You know, you got two sides. Anybody that's ever rode a school bus to school, you got the two sides. So I was in a big back, it was a big window like that in the back, but it wasn't like a school bus. And I was looking up, and I seen this gray, I was looking up in the sky, and I seen this grayish, like, it was like, it wasn't even like, it was like the richest colored metal you can like ever see. Like, it was crazy, it was amazing. And then it started like I'm gonna draw it and I'm gonna put it in the video. If not, I'm sure you'll have it as a, you know, playing throughout, you know, thumbnail or whatever. So it started spinning. So it basically became like it like turned this like a hammer form. If you latch two hammers together and you put like a screw through the end of the handle to where they can both like rotate off of each other, it was something like that. And it had like a emerald green big like light or like windshield. I don't know, it was amazing. And it stood out so much from the sky. It literally looked like it was from a different you know, it's from a different dimension. You know what I'm saying? It had to be from the third heaven. You know what I'm saying? And in a dream, you know, um, me and my spouse, you know what I'm saying, my rib or whatever, you know, she was next to me, and I ended up saying like, it was a chariot. I see the chariots, and I literally just started going like, you know, speaking of what we understand and believe to be the ancient Hebrew, Lashon Kodash, you know, Brakatah Yahweh, you know what I'm saying, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, you know, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Brakatah, you know what I'm saying, etc. or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and then it morphed into a completely different. It literally morphed into a whole nother like chariot. Like I'm literally gonna draw it, man. Like you'll see it. It was amazing, man. And then I seen like 3 more of them. You know, people were looking and Jakes was looking, but it's like they didn't know what was going on. You know, and then fast forward, it's like they started like their movements was crazy. You know, it was amazing. It was amazing, man. But it literally felt like we was coming out of, you know, Babylon, you know, because where the scenery we was sitting, the transportation we was on, the way it was going, it was like, it was different. It was like it was a big round circular thing that we was traveling on. You know, it was open. I've never traveled on anything that looked like that. There's no party bus that looked like that, none of that. So if we was in the sky, they was up higher. You know, it was crazy. You know, it was big as a boat, being on a boat. Something like it was, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy. So, yeah, man. Then fast forward, the elder Tahar, he ended up being in a dream, and he ended up saying he was breaking it down because we wasn't dismayed, you know. Obviously, it's like we was the only Israelites that knew what was going on. Everybody else didn't, and then it turned into a bus. It turned into a regular bus. So it's like I seen both. I seen living here, life is living here, and then possibly being delivered out of here on the chariots, man. Like it was like we was sitting on crystals. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like crystals, clear crystal. It was like see-through. It was like ice, you know, but it wasn't cold. It was crazy. So fast forward, Elder Tahar ended up having a conversation with him on the bus. Ended up turning into a bus. And he ended up breaking it down. He ended up saying, I ended up telling him something like, you know, how people don't know what's going on. They think they're UFOs and they demonizing them, you know, and they think that they're evil and these really the vehicles of the Most High, you know, the angels, you know, and they're black, you know what I'm saying? They're so-called black men. And he started going into that, and then he was like, he had some word he went into. It was like, because I got here AES or MES or something like that. I was, before I did this video, I was looking this up, you know, and he ended up going into the word. He was like, but when you go into the word, you know, Jake got a story to teach this man because everybody's listening. He letting the word load. He already knew what it was, you know, so he ended up just saying the word like what it means actually is, and ended up loading was that it means black rulers or black warriors of the galaxy, something like that, along those lines. And I don't know if I said this before or after, but before I was like, well, the angels are like us, and I end up, we know this to be a fact that they black men off scriptures, because I think it was in Revelation. It's literally, I was talking in a dream. to him. I was like, well, Revelation to tell you that I think John, he like Saint John the Baptist or Saint John, he ended up bowing to the angel, and the angel told him to get up, and he was like, why are you bowing to me? Like, we the same, paraphrasing, like, we brothers. And then he ended up being like, he was like, no, because ultimately saying, in a broader spectrum of the things, a lot of Jakes ain't Israelites because they're terrorists. A lot of terror situations ended up happening. But he was saying, like, yes, if you do come from that, you would. So I was like, yeah. So like, in other words, then I was like, okay, so yeah, so Yahushua and the angels would be the same. If he was a black man, they was black man. So they would be like, yes. So, and there's scripture on that. He literally told them to get up. We brothers. So the angels, these are big black men on these ships. These are highly advanced so-called black men on these ships. So I just wanted to bring that out, and he ended up saying some more stuff that ain't really too needed for everybody to hear. And he ended up mentioning his channel, the what is the 666 marks. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I watch it. He's like, I tell you to watch it or whatever. I watch it all the time. And then right after that, I woke up. So with that, hope this, I don't know, maybe somebody else have a dream or something like that. This brought light to stuff. But with that, I'm going to say shalom.